Madam Speaker, it seems the science behind man-made global warming is melting before our eyes. Now there's a chance that even NASA will be pulled into the worldwide Climategate scandal. For nearly 3 years, NASA has been stonewalling requests under the Freedom of Information Act for information surrounding their own temperature manipulations. Earlier, we learned that the University of Anglia in England, where those global warming scientists house themselves, have been hiding emails that contradict their theory of global warming. So now ClimateGate has a twin sister, NASAGate. Investors Business Daily reported just yesterday on NASA being forced to change their climate records that the world has been using for years. They said, quote, NASA was caught with its thermometers down when James Hansen, head of NASA's Goddard Institute for Space Studies, announced that 1998 was the country's hottest year on record, with 2006 the third hottest. The last speaker, in all due respect, used these false statistics in his speech claiming global warming is a crisis. The fact is, quote, NASA and Goddard were forced to correct the record in 2007 to show that 1934, decades before the old SUV, was in fact the warmest. In fact, the new numbers showed that 4 of the country's 10 warmest years were in the 1930s, end of quote. So how did NASA, the premier scientific agency of the United States, get such basic temperature calculations wrong? Did they cook the books too, just like the University of Anglia? We don't know. It turns out NASA has been blocking the Freedom of Information requests about that incident, just like the scientists in Britain. What are they trying to hide? If global warming is a well-settled fact, why are these experts hiding the evidence to the contrary? And why isn't NASA following the Freedom of Information law? It's been 3 years since that information was requested. The public has a right to see the temperature data in these NASA emails. But there's more. Earlier this year, the Environmental Protection Agency was caught suppressing dissenting views, just like the ClimateGate warmers in Britain and NASA. One of the EPA's own scientists wrote a report refuting man-made global warming scientists, using the latest, most current information that says the Earth is actually cooling right now. In fact, the Earth has been cooling for more than a decade. That's really an inconvenient truth for Al Gore and the global warmers. But the people at the EPA buried the dissenting report, just like the ClimateGate warmers did, and maybe NASA. The EPA bureaucrats said their scientists' own report wasn't helping their agenda, so they hid it and threatened the scientist so he would keep his mouth shut. The question is, why can't the public see the dissenting view from other scientists? Isn't that what science is all about? The reason, it appears to me, that careers are at stake along with millions upon billions of dollars. In the 1970s, Time and Newsweek predicted global cooling, that the world in it was all going to freeze. But when climates began to warm, scientists changed that name to global warming instead of global cooling. And have we noticed that the planet has actually begun to cool again? Madam Speaker, it even snowed last week in Houston. It never snows in Houston. It is about as frequent as a hurricane in Iowa. But the warmers again have changed the name of that catastrophe. It's now no longer global warming, it is climate change. That's a safe bet because the climate does change almost every day. And why would they do this? What's the motivation for these scientists to apparently cook the books on global cooling or warming or climate change? It's money. According to the leaked ClimateGate documents, the British University, the CRU, at the center of the ClimateGate scandal, has received millions of dollars. NASA's climate change warmers stand to receive $1 billion in funding this year alone. Global warming is big business. Fox News reported today that former Vice President Al Gore may be the world's first carbon billionaire. He makes money preaching fear in the name of global warming. It's a great thing to make money in America, but that's what capitalism is all about. But it's not okay to earn money from investing green technology companies and at the same time forcing expensive green laws and EPA regulations on the American people based upon science that is not a fact. In the real world of science, if your calculations are wrong and by data and observation, you have to throw out the hypothesis. Some of the computer models using CRU data as a result are falsified. That includes the global warming claims. And these are the top warmer scientists. These scientists and their dogma of fear is about control and obtaining taxpayer money. Ronald Reagan said it best: government does not solve problems, it just continues to subsidize them. And that's just the way it is.